Hi, welcome to You, Me and Mediumship. Tonight is all about a big thank you. A big thank you because Patreon has been running around 12 months now, and I thought I owe it to all of you who subscribe to YouTube, who work as students with me on Patreon. I owe you a big, big thank you. And I truly feel the one who is honoured here to be working with such wonderful people. You know, it's not always easy, and we have to fit it in around our lifestyles, and it can be a bit hectic sometimes booking that slot for you. But we get there in the end. That's what it's all about. We can always swap things around, and I just want to say thank you. And like I said, I am honoured to be working with some fantastic people around the world. It means an awful lot that you just keep coming back month after month, and it means an awful lot to me. I've learned so much through the teaching that I do on Patreon. I have learned, just how difficult some people's lives have been, and how they work their way through that, through finding that self, finding that strength within self, climbing that mountain, and keep plugging away with their spirituality, with their mediumship, even though they've had to deal with such an awful lot of trauma for some people. And it's inspiring. And I think it's some of you that deserve a massive pat on the back for the way that you've dealt with such an awful lot, got through it, and look at you now. Absolutely fantastic. So, yes, I've learned an awful lot. I think one thing, especially with the teaching side of things, I've, as suspected, I think, found that there's an awful lot of frustration and annoyance and confusion. And I think out there in America, it's the fluff, so much fluff and glamour behind it all. And that is so sad that it's put out there like that. It really is. This is a natural thing for all. We all have that ability at various degrees, obviously, but we can all enhance that. Why it's put out there, the way it's put out there, so glamorous, so complicated, it's that is what I guess my aim is. As a teacher, as a guide of mediumship, I'm trying to steer everyone away from that side of things and into the natural side of what this entails. So I'm getting there slowly, I think. I'm not the biggest channel on YouTube, and I can't say I want to be quite honest, because this isn't what it's all about. It's not about fame. It's not. I just want a change. And I want to see that change. And I want to see the naturalness of what we do reappear, if you like. Take away the glamour, all those posh posters and names in lights, and let's just try and bring two worlds together, because all that will do is bring good for us all. There's some lovely people working in this field, and I'm working with some lovely people now on Patreon, and it's heartwarming. And if you've had a bad day at work, and I work full time as well, and it's hard fitting everything in sometimes. But if you've had a bad day and you sit there with your student and you start talking about how they're getting on, and the things that they're sensing now and picking up, and it just lightens your day. It's lovely to hear. And there are people that I've been working with for a while now. There are people who have now moved on and are now out there doing their own readings for people. And these are students that wouldn't dream of doing a reading for someone else. Quite happy to sit with spirit, sitting with the energy of spirit, sitting within that light and that warmth and just absorbing that. And they're quite happy doing that and getting little messages now and again for a friend, a relative or whatever. They wouldn't dream, they hadn't got the confidence or the trust to be able to go out there and just sit in front of somebody and do a reading. And now they're out there doing that, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's very exciting. You know, I'm always around for messages from my students and things. They message me all the time. I never shut the door on them at all. We have our monthly meeting, but I'm always there if they have any questions or anything. And it's fantastic. Some of the messages that come through, I did it. And it's absolutely the excitement that you feel it within the message itself of when they've been out there and they've built that true connection with that loved one, for someone who's sat in front of them, and they've held on to that connection and they've given some wonderful evidence. And in a way, it's great for me because obviously I don't want to pat on the back, but I just want to know that the way I am guiding them, the way I am teaching them is working. And it just says, Kevin, it is working. So I'm so pleased. More pleased for the student than myself, but at the end of the day, it works. And it's just taken away all that garbage that has been drummed into their heads over the years when they've been on different courses and things and what have you. I'm not saying it's all garbage, not at all. So please don't take me wrong. There are some excellent teachers out there. There really are, but there are also some of the methods, and I've heard about through my own students, some of the methods out there. And I've also heard of some of the strictness. Yes, there has to be boundaries, I understand that, but sometimes it's like, well, you know, I would not work with someone like that. If they spoke to me in that way or whatever, I wouldn't do it. And it can be quite frightening, I think. So really, at the end of the day, this is just about you and me thanking you for the last year and all the lessons that you've taught me too. So a big thank you. YouTube, like I said, I've got 860 something subscribers, quite happy with that. Like I said, not the biggest one, but we're edging towards that 1,000, so you never know. But yeah, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. It's the first time you've ever listened to me, but please like and subscribe. It really does help. There is a link to Patreon in the description if you want to have a look on there. But like I said, this is all about you, and a big thank you. So I'll speak to you all again soon. I'll see you through the month as well for our sessions with the mediumship side of things and in the circle. Thank you very much for all that you've done for me. Bye for now.